finally found a dust cloud. Let's see what's inside, shall we? And it's a flying gem. Yeah, what those gems do is that they increase the damage of the next attack of that particular type by 50%, which is really not all that good, except when paired up with the Unburden ability, because these gems are by far the most reliable items to trigger Unburden with, so they're pretty cool when used with that, I guess, but otherwise just don't bother. But yeah, those dust clouds, they can contain either gems or Drilbur. I'm not sure on the chances of each, but I'm gonna keep looking. I have no choice. Oh yeah! Found one! Found the Drilbur! So, now, let's see how easy it is gonna be to catch. Of course, I'm not using grass moves against it. That would be suicide. Let's see what Tackle does. Oh, had I known that, I would have used Growth first, because it would have put it in the red. Oh well, nothing to do now but try to catch it, so got several Pokeballs here, so hopefully I'm not going to go through them all, though. Probably not, it's just a Drilbur, not even a Shake, great. Mud Slap, yeah, lower my accuracy all you want, because I'm done using Servine for this. I'm going to try bringing out Panpour, see if it can do enough damage to put it in the red without killing it. That's what I'm going to be trying out. Of course, I'm going to be avoiding Water Gun. I'm going to go with Cut instead. Yeah, Mud Sport on a ground type. I never understood why Mud Sport was so common on ground types. I mean, it's useless for them. Okay, so Cut isn't doing a whole lot, but wow, it's really putting the hurting on Panpour. Then again, I have a huge level disadvantage, so you know what? I'm gonna go for it now, because I think one more Cut is going to kill it, and I don't feel like trying out Lick. 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shakes! Yes! Drilbur was caught! Let's say welcome to my first official team member! So, now that I caught a Drilbur, I am now done with this cave for now. Of course, there are several other areas in there, but I can only access them once I get served. So I'm only going to come back here when I do. But first, let's check the nature on that Drilbur. Hopefully it's a decent one. Serious nature, that is neutral. You know what? I can deal with the neutral nature. It's not a huge tragedy. Certainly better than modest or something like that. And it's the return of the old random battle on the last time classic that we all know and love. Something about my Servine is that while I was looking for a Drilbur, it obtained Leech Seed, so this is what I'm going to be using to bypass Sturdy, because, you know, I need to kill it in 2 turns anyway, so why not get some HP back while we're at it. Just going to finish it off with Leaf Tornado, and after that, we are going to be done with this area. Now, many of you guys told me that there was a nurse in the kindergarten on Route 3 that we haven't been to yet. We haven't been inside the kindergarten yet, but there's a nurse that's going to heal my Pokemon, so no need to go back to Striaton every time. I was about to say Jubilife for some reason, but yeah, she's right here, so let's heal our Pokemon. See, guys, I do listen to you sometimes. So, now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to put Drilbur in the lead, since, as of now, it's my only real team member, though I may use Servine once in a while if I really need to. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to show you a way to grind, which is brand new to Generation 5. It's by far the best way to grind a Pokemon in the entire series. This is Audino grinding. What you want to do, you want to run around near tall grass like this. And, yeah, of course it's a lot easier and faster with a bike, but for now, we're going to have to make do with just the running shoes. So you have to wait until there's a patch of grass that starts shaking around. And it's really not working, so I guess I'm going to cut this here and see what happens. Okay, I finally managed to get one. You can see there's grass moving over there, so you head there. And as you can see, the music is slightly different. This is what happens. This is perfectly normal. This is Audino. This is like the Generation 5 equivalent of Chansey, except it's a lot worse. But these things are meant not to be used, but they're meant to be experience pots, because they bring a lot of experience if you can kill them. Now, right now, Drilbur is sort of impaired offensively, so it might take a little while to go down. So yeah, this is by far the best way to grind a Pokemon in this game, and I'll be doing a lot of it off-screen. I want my Drilbur to be at least level 19 before I start doing any serious fighting. And Audinos, as you just saw, this one consumed an Oran Berry. They will very often have Oran Berries equipped, and sometimes they will also have Citrus Berries instead. So yeah, this is taking a rather long while to go down, so this is why you want to grind your Pokemon, because when you first get them, they are rather underpowered, but let's keep going. Some more Fury Swipes. Die! Just die already! Yeah, this thing is rather bulky, actually. It's got a pretty big support move pool, too. It's a lot of it, like Chansey in terms of, being a cleric, as I said, but it's just not as effective. All it does is give a crap ton of experience. And finally, down it goes! So just take a look at how much experience it's going to give me. A full level! And then some. As I said, best grinding method ever. Okay, now I'm done grinding my Drilbur. It's now level 19. And it now knows Dig and Metal Claw. I strongly recommend that you do not use Drilbur in serious battles until it knows those two moves. Learns Metal Claw at level 15 and Dig at level 19. So here's the Pokemon Daycare that we've seen in every main series game so far. Right now, its functionality is a lot like in Red, Blue, and Yellow, in that it can only hold one Pokemon at a time. But later on, something is going to happen that's going to allow you to deposit two Pokemon at the daycare, and from that point, that's when breeding is going to be enabled. So, no, I'm not going to leave any Pokemon, just letting you know that it's there. And right next door to the daycare, we have a daycare for humans. Sort of to highlight even more the relationship between humans and Pokemon, which is, as I said before, the driving theme of this game. And I think it's pretty cool that we finally get a facility in a Pokemon game that's meant for humans and not for Pokemon. As I've said before, yes, my Pokemon are healthy. Why are you healing them? Well, doesn't really matter anyway. It's not like it costs anything. But yeah, everything revolves so much around Pokemon in this universe that you barely ever see anything for use by humans. So yeah, it's actually a nice, refreshing change of pace to see a kindergarten for humans. So, in this kindergarten, there are a few kids that will want to do battle with you. These two aren't, though. Yeah, best dialogue ever. Roar! He's trying to make my impression of Groudon. Change your perspective and the reality changes. That's not something you expect a kindergarten kid to say. Oh, let's hear what's the deal about double battles, even though we already know. Yeah, this is basically a battle with two Pokemon on each side, and the combinations of what works and what doesn't are radically different, because your Pokemon will have to interact with each other on the battlefield if they want to succeed. So, now that we're going to fight some trainers, how about we talk about the Pokemon that are found in this area? First, let's begin with the Wellspring Cave, since we've already cleared it. First, as you saw, Roggenrola, which is sort of the new Geodude. It evolves into Gigalith, which is, of course, Golem's counterpart. The two are very similar, except for the fact that Gigalith is a bit stronger in terms of attack than Golem is, though that comes at the cost of being even slower, if you can imagine that. The main difference, though, is the fact that Gigalith is mono rock, whereas Golem is rock ground. What this means is that while Gigalith doesn't have those nasty quadruple weaknesses to deal with, it also means it doesn't get stab on Earthquake, and it doesn't get that sweet electric immunity. So whether the trade-off is worth it, I'll let you decide. It's not something that's absolute one way or the other. But anyway, one thing to note about Roggenrola is that it has the Sturdy ability, and it's the only one it has outside of Sand Force, which is its Dreamworld ability. So what that means is that whenever you fight a wild Roggenrola or a Boldore, you will probably need 2 turns to take it down because Sturdy was buffed in this generation. Now it also acts as a permanent focus sash, so you can't one-hit KO anything that has Sturdy from full HP no matter the move you use. Which is especially aggravating, and this makes it so that, in my opinion, Boldore is probably even more annoying than Zubat to encounter in caves. And by the way, these kids, they're using the Elemental Monkeys, which, well, right now, they're still not that bad, but later on, you're gonna get sick of them because there's so many freaking trainers that use the damn things. It's just downright annoying seeing them over and over and over. I swear, when this LP's over, you're gonna be sick of these Elemental Monkeys, to such an extent that I'm sort of putting the Fire Monkeys Dead gag on the back burner for now, because there are so many Fire Monkeys in this game, and that's without even counting Darumaka and Darmanitan. But back to what I was talking about the Pokemon that are found in the Wellspring Cave. Other than Roggenrola, we have Woobat, which is, of course, the counterpart to Zubat. The problem with Woobat is that unlike Zubat, it evolves only once. And the reason for that is because Hyper Beam! No, I'm not going to be facing a Pansage with Hyper Beam this early in the game. But, yeah, I guess this is very representative of the demographic that actually likes Hyper Beam and thinks it's actually a good move. So, it's poetic justice, sort of. But yeah, the reason why Woobat only evolves once, and by the way, Swoobat has stats on par with Golbat, not Crobat, is because of the Dreamworld ability, which it just recently acquired with Black and White 2, which is simple, which doubles the amount of levels that you get from stat drops or stat boosts. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking that Calm Mind Simple Swoobat is going to be the shit, but I'm not too sold on that. Nonetheless, I can see why they didn't give it another evolution, because then it would probably be really, really strong, if its stats were on par with Crobat. So why did I go in there? I didn't mean to. Instead, let's head off to Route 3, get out of this kindergarten area. Here we have a Super Potion, which heals 50 HP. And speaking of potions, I'm going to say the same thing I said in previous LPs. Try avoiding buying potions and Super Potions as much as you can, because there are several healing items that are far more cost-effective, like Moo Moo Milk, Fresh Water, Soda Pop, Lemonade. Before you start needing Hyper Potions, these are the healing items that you're going to want to use because they're a lot more cost-effective. So avoid potions and Super Potions as much as possible. And on that note, I'm going to end this video, so I'll see you next time.